Good morning and thanks for joining us on the Thursday edition of TVC Breakfast. I'm Veronica Dan-Ikpoyi and I'm not doing this alone. I have Super Sam Omatseye here with me in the studio as well as Mike Okwoche. I'll leave the rest here now. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here.
Yeah,
and it's good to have you back on set.
Good to see you, Sam.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Now let's just delve into some matters that we see making the rounds. Yesterday we had the remaining 23 kidnapped victims released, and then we also had some news making the rounds on Twitter, where someone tweeted about the fact that she moved out of the country and she found out that those who were in her class, who were her classmates rather, because she went to study, a majority of them are Nigerians, and about 43% of those people are Yorubas. And you saw a lot of reaction to these tweets, because a lot of Nigerians we see these days are moving out of the country, as it is being said, Japa. And there was another person that came out to say it became like a Unilag again, because there were about 200 of them in a particular class, and the majority of them were Nigerians. It was more like a reunion again for some persons. And that also, there are different sides to this matter of jackpine. There's the aspect of brain drain, there's the aspect of family ties being broken, there's the aspect of those who are not counting the cost before they move. There are so many aspects to all of this, Sam.
Yes, I remember when we started experiencing this thing many years ago in droves. Though what we have today is so big that what was happening then is nothing compared to what it is now. I wrote an article in which I titled "Voluntary Slavery," in which I said that there's an irony or paradox happening in history, that during the transatlantic slave trade, they came here, they carted us, they put us in chains and all of that, and then we went abroad. And we worked in their farms, we did all the things to make them wealthy, and so on and so forth. Now, we voluntarily took the chains on ourselves, and we decided to even pay to go there and
for the
transportation, and go there and still do the silly little jobs for them to get wealthy. It is a situation in which the slavery actually started by our own bad governance. We started enslaving ourselves by bad governance, by creating a society that has not delivered to the citizen. And when that happens, you see desperation. You feel a sense of disenfranchisement. The individual believes, this is not my country, although this is where I was born, because the country has not given me joy, has not given me peace, has not given me hope, has not given me a future. So let me go somewhere else. So in a sense, I'm a citizen of the world, but in actual sense, you have actually decided to wed yourself to another form of servitude. That is what is happening. And many people are doing it now. They go there. If you succeed, they do well. But they're like V.S. Naipaul, who wrote the number of novel Mimic Men, the song A House for Beeswax and all that. When he was asked, because he was living a peripatetic life, moving from one place to the other in the West. He came from the Caribbean, but he spent most of his life in Europe, especially in Britain. Is that when I look at the British Sun, I look at it every morning, I discover that this is not my son. I don't belong here.
Right.
But yeah, I spent all my life here.
Life.
I won the Nobel Prize working here. But where is my soul?
Yeah.
That's it. So just feel not part of the
when you share
system.
such stories with a majority of these young persons like we're seeing on the screen, because a majority of them, it must be said, are young persons who we often have said are the leaders of tomorrow, but these leaders are moving out in droves. They tell you that let them go and have a taste of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let them go where they feel they have a sense of that future that they want to build for themselves and their generation. Because the uncertainties they see in the country is what they tell you is pushing them out of the country.
It's a trend, and we have seen those kind of trends at different eras of our lives. Like Sam was talking about the slave trade. That one wasn't our making. But the point there is that in human development, as you grow from era to era, from epoch to epoch, you find trends of all kinds from different places and different. That's the trend right now. And unfortunately, this is totally, almost 100% a makeup of leadership.
Yes.
Issues of leadership. We was in this country, even if we were not born. Okay, I think a lot of us were born at that time. When UCH Ibadan, people come from all over the world.
We had exchange programs.
We have had that. Some of us were born that time. Others were not born. Some heard the story very vividly and all of that. So what happened? So the point there is that if leadership arranges everything, the citizens will take care of the remaining. For instance, just by the side, the Ikoyi Lekki Link Bridge was made. When it was constructed, government just did their own. Now, every movie, every music video, the promotion of that bridge all over the world, the issue there is the moment you take care of that, primary thing, the people will take care of the remaining thing. The promotion, the beautification and all of that. For instance, an average Rwandan is telling you about his or her country. They make you feel that is the heaven and that is the earth. So when we are trying to, no, it's not as bad. Don't even say it. The moment you take care of certain things, the people themselves will handle the rest.
And that's why it has been said that what Nigerians are really asking for
it's not much. It's not much at all. It's not much.
Just give them stable light, water,
security.
Leave the rest to them.
They will handle it. We are all, like somebody said, we are all government in our own selves, where an average person grows up, you provide everything for yourself. Nobody relies on government for anything.
That's it.
Interesting though is that we find that Nigerians will start creating communities abroad because the bigger the Nigerian community abroad, the more autonomous the Nigerian community will be abroad, and the more autonomous it becomes, the more attractive it is for others to come and join them. And so on abroad, you have Nigerian communities. When I was in Colorado, before I left, the Nigerian community was small, but now it's so big.
It's huge.
Those days, you used to go to another man to a shop to buy gari and all of that, but Nigerians sell now. They have their own shop and so on. Then a quick point is that this thing is happening in a time of fierce nationalism, where everybody is saying, in Europe and in America, my country is for my people first and not for others. So in this instance of paranoia and xenophobia, this is the time that we are going abroad to go and meet them. So it creates greater tension.
Yes.